Go to a live press conference. This is City Hall. They are addressing the Fire Chief Crowley is about to speak. Let's listen in.
Good morning, everyone. Good morning, Council President, our honored and very, very honored City Council members, our community members that have taken the time to be here and to listen in, and to our amazing and incredible LAFD firefighters who do the work every single day. Thank you so much for being here. Now I stand or sit before you today, not only as the former fire chief appealing to be reinstated, but as a leader who has always placed the safety, health, and well-being of our incredible and heroic firefighters first, while always balancing and prioritizing the needs of the community that we love to serve. Now, our firefighters, as you all know, are the absolute heart and soul of the LAFD. As public servants, we took an oath to place the needs of others before our own. At great personal risk, we will do anything and everything that we can do to save lives and to protect property. It is our calling, and it is our duty. Now, as the fire chief, it was my duty and responsibility to ensure that our firefighters have everything they need to do their jobs and to make sure that they go home to their families the next day. Standing up, doing the right thing, and advocating for our firefighters, their families, and for the communities that we serve are the reasons that I am here today. Over my 25-year career, in all of the ranks that I have held, I have seen our fire department struggle from year to year with limited funding, staffing, and resources. We are past the point of sustaining our services without compromising public safety and the safety of our firefighters. For nearly 3 years, as the fire chief, I have submitted realistic budget requests that were carefully crafted based on data, reports, analysis, and recommendations from outside independent agencies that show just how understaffed and under-resourced the LAFD is. Since 2010, there's been a 55% increase in overall calls for fire and emergency services, with fewer firefighters providing those life-saving services. And yes, the LAFD is half the size we should be regarding the firefighter or paramedic positions. Lack of long-term investments in the LAFD, budget cuts, have led to increased response times, lack of available fire engines, trucks, and ambulances, deleted civilian support staff and mechanics, identified gaps in fire and emergency services, infrastructure challenges, firefighter fatigue, firefighter mental health concerns, and injuries to our firefighters. We know that our firefighters are asked to do more with less every single day. When we fail to take care of our firefighters, we fail to take care of our communities. I do believe that there is a path forward, one that finds a way to keep our communities safe by investing in long-term strategies to build out the LAFD the right way. Through your leadership, every single person around this horseshoe, through your leadership, the support of our amazing communities that we love to serve, and the continued dedication and commitment and sacrifice of our firefighters, I am certain, deep down in my heart, that we can find a way to fund and support the LAFD now and into the future. Next, in regard to my appeal, now I will set the record straight about the multiple false accusations that were made against me. First, I did not refuse to conduct an after-action report. And let me be clear, this is a false accusation. During our discussions after an action after report, during our discussions about an after-action report, I advised the fire commissioners about my opinion that was best in regard to how to use LAFD resources. I said that the LAFD is not capable, nor do we have the proper resources to adequately conduct an after-action report for the Palisades Fire due to the sheer magnitude, scope, and complexity of the incident. We are already understaffed, under-resourced, underfunded, and based on my knowledge of the LAFD's resources and capabilities, I recommended simply to collaborate with Governor Newsom's already selected and funded agency, Fire Safety Research Institute, or FSRI, because they are already conducting an independent analysis of the windstorm and fire events in the Los Angeles and Ventura counties. In contrast to the LAFD, FSRI has the capability to conduct a proper, thoroughly researched and analyzed after-action report and wildfire analysis. And the FSRI report will also be independent, which is so important as we figure out a way to move forward. This is what they're already being paid to do. Prior to me leaving the meeting, the fire commissioners agreed with my recommendation that FSRI is the best equipped to conduct the after-action report. FSRI will also be publishing its findings and recommendations like it did for the Lahaina fire that occurred in early August 2023 on the island of Maui. Now, my position has not changed, and I wholeheartedly support the need for a professional organization to conduct a full analysis of the Palisades Fire. We owe that to the community, we owe that to the fire service, and that is the path forward. These steps are essential to improving response efforts, guiding recovery, and building a better and safer disaster resilience community for our future. Second, on the morning of the fire, I did not send home 1,000 firefighters who could have hopped on fire engine and fought the Palisades Fire, nor did I leave 40 available fire engines unstaffed. These are all false accusations as well. The 40 fire engines in question were already staffed and running 911 calls with on-duty personnel in their normal configuration. When the Palisades Fire broke out, those fire engines were appropriately staffed and were used where they were needed. Additionally, at 0800 hours on January 7, 2025, the LAFD pre-deployed 24 engines, 3 battalion command teams, 5 brush patrols, 2 water tenders, additional air operations personnel, and additional dispatchers. These 128 pre-deployed and augmented personnel were strategically placed in wildfire-prone areas across the entire city, near multiple freeways to ensure a rapid response. Our actions were based on the recommendations of our subject matter experts, the LAFD's emergency operations staff. As for the 1,000 firefighters who allegedly were sent home prior to the fires, we did not have enough apparatus to put them on. Because of the budget cuts and lack of investments in our fleet maintenance, over 100 of our fire engines, fire trucks, and ambulances sat broken down in our maintenance yards, unable to be used to help during one of the worst wildfire events in our history. And third, it is also a false allegation that we failed to notify the mayor's office about the upcoming weather event. I stand by our previous statements about this. The LAFD engaged in all of its standard communications, including emailing 2 separate media advisories, conducting multiple live and recorded media interviews about the predicted extreme weather and fire danger, and also notifying city officials about the upcoming weather events. The Emergency Management Department also plays a key role in notifying the mayor's office and city officials. And the mayor's office itself also set out multiple media messages prior to the fire's warnings about the expected destructive and potential life-threatening windstorm. It is never the wrong time to do the right thing and to speak the truth. And the truth is that the fire chief should not be prevented from or punished for speaking openly and honestly about the needs and capabilities of the LAFD, or for doing their best to protect our firefighters and our communities. In closing, it has been an absolute honor of my life to serve and represent the incredible men and women of the LAFD as their fire chief. Our people do amazing things every single day, and I am so grateful beyond words to have been in this position for nearly 3 years. We have much to be proud of, and we stand with and always will stand with the communities that we serve with integrity, compassion, and courage. I urge you to vote to reinstate me as the fire chief, but no matter how the vote goes, the LAFD, your LAFD, deserves to be properly funded, staffed, and resourced so that we can meet the ever-growing needs of the community. We owe that to the LAFD, and we owe that to those we serve. Thank you.
Hello, I'm Mark Brown. Get more great ABC7 content by clicking the subscribe button for our YouTube channel, and download the ABC7 Los Angeles streaming app on Fire TV, Android TV, Apple TV, and Roku to watch on your TV.